another episode of Elitist Gamer. This time I want to look at my Nintendo DS games and show you the titles that I have in the DS collection. It's not a huge collection. It's more like kind of like a greatest hits collection. Greatest hits in terms of what I like to play, which is primarily, and I did a lot of platformers when I was younger. One of my favorite platformer games is still Black Tiger in the arcade. Mario Brothers, obviously, got those on the Wii, GameCube, SNES, NES, etc. But nowadays, while I do play them, Spelunky's my current platformer of choice. For the handhelds, I usually reserve purchases for strategy RPGs, action RPGs, turn-based RPGs, simulation games, that kind of thing. So let's go through my DS collection and see what I got here. So everyone should recognize this, Chrono Trigger, which is probably one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. Chrono Trigger is just a fantastic game. I'm a big Doctor Who geek, so anything to do with time travel, sign me up, man. I'm there. So that's Chrono Trigger. The World Ends With You, fantastic RPG. It's another one that I really enjoyed. And it's got a modern setting, which is kind of cool, because when you've been doing RPGs for a long time, excuse me one sec, guys. Cheers. When you've been playing RPGs for a long time, sometimes it's nice to kind of mix it up in terms of setting. You got the fantasy settings, you got the sci-fi settings. What I loved about this game, it has a modern setting. And there's others, Persona series, and you know, you can go on, but for handhelds and the PC, they were a little more slim picking, so this was one that I really enjoyed on the DS. Golden Sun, another great title. I wouldn't say it's even in my top 5 RPGs, but in terms of a decent RPG storyline, gameplay, can't go wrong with this one. It's Golden Sun. Dawn of Heroes. I actually bought this thinking I was getting Clash of Heroes, which is the Might and Magic one. So I bought this. I think I got it used from, we have a local video game store here called Willow, which is kind of like an EB, but instead of used games, or GameStop for anybody in the US, instead of the used games being just $5 below retail price for a new copy, they actually have used games for half price, 20% of new. So I think I picked this up for $5.99, $6 basically. And even though it wasn't the game I wanted, it wasn't bad. Rune Factory 3. I'd played Rune Factory 1 and 2, borrowed those from a buddy, purchased Rune Factory 3 myself. This was a series I didn't know an awful lot about. I thought it was kind of like a Harvest Moon idea, so there was nothing really to kind of stoke the fires, get me interested. But Buddy said, no, it's got RPG elements. You know, you've got dungeon exploration, you've got a good crafting system. And I'm a massive fucking geek for crafting. I love crafting. I love itemization. The more items, the better. Gave this series a shot and loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Rune Factory 3, the best of the first 3 in my opinion. And Rune Factory 4 I showed on the 3DS video was fantastic too. But of the first 3 games, easily my favorite, Rune Factory 3. Final Fantasy 4, fantastic remake for the DS handheld of the original game. Can't say enough good things about this. It's got all the tropes and the cliches of early JRPGs, but it's Final Fantasy. It's got a great system, combat system, leveling system, fantastic. Turn-based strategy. This is Final Fantasy Tactics 2, Grimoire of the Rift. So, or A2 actually. Another fantastic turn-based strategy game if that's your thing. Highly recommend this. And I've got Advance Wars. I'll do these 2 at the same time. So, Days of Ruin and Dual Strike. One of them's a bit more kiddie-ish and cartoonish than the other. Gameplay is still fantastic though. The other one has a little bit more grit, a little darker, and again, same awesome, fantastic. strategy, turn-based tactics. Puzzle Quest, I think it was called Galaxy Quest, was really buggy. The first game of the series was buggy. This one even has some bugs, and as a former software tester, kind of irks me a little bit, but it's fun. It's actually very addicting. You start getting into this game, and time just passes you right by. Really, really good. You pick this up in the bargain bin. Again, I had the original. I borrowed from a buddy. Picked this up at, pretty sure it was like a grocery store here in Canada, real Canadian superstore. Picked it up for $4, $5. What a steal. Fantastic game. Valkyrie Profile, Covenant of the Flame, another fantastic strategy turn-based RPG. The game that I mistakenly bought the first one, thinking it was Clash of Heroes, which is a Might and Magic game. Wow. If you like puzzle RPGs like Puzzle Quest that I showed you, you will love this. In fact, this is much better. It's got awesome, deep puzzle gameplay with an RPG shell. One of my favorite series. What I love about this series is it really evokes the old school nostalgic dungeon crawlers for me. Games like Bard's Tale, Might and Magic, Wizardry, and that's none other than the Etrian series. So we've got Etrian 1, Etrian 2, and Etrian 3. Again, if you haven't played any of these games and you like old school dungeon crawlers, don't hesitate, grab this series. It's fantastic. Itemization out your ass, tons of monsters, fucking cool dungeons that you get to map, and it's not the mapping of old, you know, the chorish mapping. It's actually makes mapping fun. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you see it on sale, grab it. Suikoden Tierkreis, another tactics RPG. Love this game. Fantastic. Cast of about 60 characters, but who the fuck cares? It's that good. Really good. Mystery Dungeon, Shiren the Wanderer. What I love about this game, I'm a huge, huge fan of roguelikes. This is a roguelike. Tons of itemization. It's not as hardcore as Adam, NetHack, Angband, any of those. But as far as a handheld goes, and you know, a decent roguelike, can't go wrong with this. Shiren the Wanderer. Another favorite series of mine, Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest VI. Fantastic game. Probably the best in the series. Really, really good. Dragon Quest IX. Love the openness of this. Love the New Game Plus mode. Had a fantastic mode where you could just keep playing, and dungeons will get tougher. A lot of procedural content, new items. You guys know by now I'm an itemization whore. This delivers in fucking spades. So many items, so much awesome leveling, combat, fantastic. Another strategy tactical RPG, Levitain Tactics. Really, really good. I'm probably butchering the name, but Levitain, that's what I call it. And oh my god, I am a huge, huge Shin Megami Tensei nerd. This is a title I geeked out over. Probably poured over 100+ hours into it. Shin Megami Tensei, Strange Journey. Really, really good. And as my pile topples onto my lap, last but not least, the spiritual predecessor to Final Fantasy, the Four Heroes of Light. Predecessor to Bravely Default on the 3DS, that is. So there you have it. Anything that I'm missing that you think I should pick up based on what you've seen that you think I'd like? I'm always open to more games. I'm really trying to get a good DS and 3DS collection going. If I see something on Amazon, eBay, I buy it. So if there's any titles that you guys think I would like based on what you've seen, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to grab them and let you guys know what I think. All right, cheers, guys.